Houston, we have a question.
Houston, we have a question. This is the question and answer segment from the 417 Gamer Group. Every Friday in the 417 Gamer Facebook group, we ask a question, have everybody answer it. I get with some of the friends in the 417 Gamers and ask their opinion. So these are the questions that we asked in the month of June. The very first week is the anniversary of D-Day. So, question number one, what is your favorite war game or war-themed game, Carl?
Easily my favorites are Mordheim and Blood Bowl. Really good war games. Blood Bowl is a sports game, but it's effectively a war game. But they both have a lot of good role-playing elements that let you really get involved and into the development of your army or your team, and just super fun to play.
What's Mordheim?
Mordheim is there's a city that's been destroyed, and you're going through looting, trying to find treasure and warpstone, and you're playing against your opponents, trying to play through scenarios. But usually it's about who can find the most treasure, using that to improve your gang and get wealthy.
Okay. For me, I like Memoir 44. That is a World War II themed, card-driven, dice war game, dudes on a map, 1v1. Or if you have enough, then you can play the full assortment of Overlord with an 8-player, or the D-Day Landings pack, you can play 12. But also Kemet. Kemet is an Egyptian war-themed game where dudes on a map, it's very aggressive, you're never more than 2 to 3 moves away from attacking one of your opponents. And then there's always those power tiles where you can get little monsters or more attack value or a little bit better defense. In the group, Mickett likes Axis and Allies, Land, Air, and Sea, and more. And then Ethan likes Root. And Root's been really popular in the group. Little Woodland Critters. From what I've been told, it's based on the Coin series, the Counterinsurgency.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play those. I know a lot of people like those. Cuba Libre is super popular. But I've not personally had a chance to play those. It reminded me a little bit of a Dune with the asymmetrical powers and stuff.
Because each of the woodland critters plays completely different. The birds play different from the cats, play different from the vagabond raccoon. It's fun. Question number 2, what is your favorite game in a green box? For me, I'm going to go with Ark Nova, the new hotness, where you're building the zoo. It's got the little Tetris where you're trying to put the enclosures on your map. You're also trying to get enough resources to build your animals. Really fun game. A little bit long in the tooth for some, but very fun. And then Point Salad. Set collection, light little game for AEG. Great for an icebreaker or a palate cleanser at the end of the night. In the group, Damien likes GEV. Carl, your favorite game in a green box?
Betrayal House on the Hill. Super fun. More in-depth party game. That you've got semi-cooperative where somebody's going to play and probably turn against the group at the end of the game. It's got a lot of neat story elements to it, but it's just super fun.
Yeah, you're going through a haunted house. You can play 3 to 6.
Yeah, something like that.
3 to 6, and then at the start, you guys are all friends, but eventually one of you is going to be the betrayer, and you don't know who. Have you played the second edition, the new revamp version?
Not had a chance to play. We haven't even been able to see the new edition just yet. It's tough to get a hold of.
Excited to see that.
Yeah.
Question number 3. What classic game from your childhood would you like to see a revamped version of? Justin in the group would like to see a revamped version of Dragon Strike. And then Jason would like to see either the Omega Virus or Nightmare, where you have a way to randomize the encounters, and whereas the VHS was just, you kind of played it all the way through. Carl?
I want to see Mousetrap done by Cool Mini or Not, just blown up to as big and crazy as they can make it.
Yeah, it's where it doesn't fall apart out of the box as soon as you put it together. You just quickly hit the guy in the wash tub. For me, I want to see a revamped version of Life. Like to see somebody with a worker placement pedigree do it, like either Jamie Stegmaier that did Viticulture or James Wilson that did Everdell. I'd like to see a nice worker placement with still the spirit of Life. And then our last question, what game reminds you most of the summertime? Carl?
One game we played almost every summer for years was Wiffle Ball. It's not a board game, but it's just it just screams summer to me.
Yeah. For me, as far as the newer games, I went Hanabi. Kind of a cheap out, but you're building a firework display. It's cooperative. You play with your cards out. You can't see them, so you have to help each other build this firework display. Pretty fun. But for my childhood, spades. Every time we took a vacation to Lake of the Ozarks, got a cabin or whatever, did the boating, the hiking, the fishing. But at nighttime, you get around the table and play some spades until everybody's ready to go to bed. We played spades and hearts, but spades was the first one I was taught and allowed to play at the adult table, so that's the one that, kind of has a little special spot for me. Carl, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
And that was Houston. We have a question.